Hey there, welcome to my channel. Imagine being able to earn money by selling wood without having to invest in expensive machinery or materials. As you can see, I don't have any lands yet. My journey begins with an old car, a trailer, and a bad chainsaw. That's all I have. So, let's dive right in by exploring the world of stolen wood. Growing up, I always had a passion for the great outdoors. My love for nature led me to a career in the lumber industry. But unfortunately, I found myself caught up in illegal activities, stealing timber from protected forests. Lumber theft, a risky and illegal activity that can lead to a life behind bars. But what if I told you that I turned this dangerous game into a path to riches? My name is Chimera, the mastermind behind an incredible journey from lumber theft to becoming a millionaire. I learned the tricks of the trade, carefully navigating illegal logging sites and evading the authorities. I know the risks, but I also see the potential reward. There is no going back. Armed with newfound expertise, I have an audacious plan. I would build a legitimate business, one that would not only produce remarkable profits, but also protect and preserve the beautiful forests I once exploited. It's heartbreaking to see me pillaging this forest, but I need the money. After cutting down a couple of trees, I loaded it onto the trailer and headed to one of my trusted customers. I started the engine, and I carefully left the forest. He measured how many kilograms of wood I brought. We made a deal, and he paid me 33,672 euros. In this way, my customer got the wood cheaper and I got money too. That's a good start. I then went back into the forest, carefully making sure no one saw me. I selected the most beautiful pines to get the most money for them. That way it will be easier for my customer to process as well, and hopefully we will remain business partners for a long time. I had to hurry to work so I wouldn't get into trouble. After several hours of work, the trailer was loaded again. I set off to visit my customer because he said he still needs a lot of wood. He was very happy when I arrived. It was a smooth deal. I had 42,673 euros more in my wallet. Then he gave another 858 euros because the scale was wrong. Although I already had enough money to buy a tractor, I didn't want to spend it all. A cheap tractor is not worth buying. I didn't want to buy a tractor that didn't have enough horsepower to pull a bigger plow. So I continued cutting out trees, so I wouldn't have to buy a new tractor for a while later. I became richer with another 50,862 plus 1,202 euros. The customer could really replace this scale. At the end of the day, I went into the dealership to look at the offer. The seller bought my jump car for 15,852 euros. I found an older tractor that was quite powerful in terms of horsepower, but it didn't cost hundreds of thousands of euros. The dealership installed the most powerful engine for me for an additional 9,100 euros. So I had 350 horsepower at my disposal. For 1,000 euros, the tractor also received an extra 60-liter fuel tank. I didn't really like the painting, so the tractor was repainted. And with that, I bought my first tractor. This monster will do a lot of work. Check out this brand new tractor. I am proud of what I have achieved so far. Let's not wait any longer. Let's start the engine and listen to its sound. Before I go back into the forest, let me show you the inside. It's not a luxury, but it fits the purpose perfectly. Let's see what it's like when the engine is running. I think it was a very good purchase. I hope it will serve me for a long time. Head back to the forest. When I got back to the forest, it was already very dark, but I couldn't do anything but keep working. In such darkness, there is at least a smaller chance that anyone will notice me. Although the chainsaw is loud, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Whenever I heard wolves howling, I always took out the chainsaw. Then I continued to cut down the trees. Since I didn't have a house yet, I didn't know where to sleep. That's why I worked all night. Fortunately, my customer wasn't asleep either, so we met at the site to sell him the wood. I brought everything I cut that night. I received a total of 81,803 euros. Hard work always pays off. It's true that I stole it, but I also worked with it. The time has come for me to buy my very first land. What I could finally call home. Where I could go home to sleep. I also found a very good plow at the dealership, but unfortunately my tractor was not strong enough for it. That's why I had to continue working. I wanted to start my business as soon as possible. I've cut down quite a few trees, but if I'm good I won't get caught. I just cut and cut trees, one after another. I cut the twigs, chopped up the tree trunks, and put them on the trailer. I couldn't see because of the darkness and I was already very tired, but I couldn't give up. When the trailer was full again, I went to the customer. We closed the deal quickly. He paid me 38,414 euros. I finally had enough money to buy a plow that my tractor could pull. It cost a total of 72,800 euros. You can ask me why I didn't buy a cheaper one. Because if I want to start my own farm quickly, I have to make large fields. The more I can plant, the more crops I will have. The more crops I have, the more money I get for them. Logical, right? The salesman helped me put the plow on my trailer and then I secured it with the tension belt. I also found a used fertilizer spreader with a 42-meter spray head. So I bought that too. It was finally time to go home. When I got home, I built a small wooden house where I could sleep. Due to material costs, I spent 10,000 euros on it. And with the remaining 5,000 euros, I bought an old shed where I can store my equipments. It's true that I don't have any money left, but it's all mine now. I parked the trailer next to the shed because later I have to transport a lot of wood with it, because I still don't have all the tools to be able to plant. I decided to start plowing my first field. My plan was to use as much space as possible to plow a huge field. I couldn't plant it yet, but I had to take a break from cutting wood. Although I already had a place to sleep, I was so excited about the new plow that I had to try it. I turned on the radio, turned up the music, and just kept going. I finished plowing in the morning. I put the plow away and was ready for sleep. I will continue the story from the moment I got up. But that's it for today. Thanks for being here with me. See you in the next episode.